This is the tale of The Doll's House by Rumer Godden, with illustrations by Jane Ray, read by Sascha Cooper. On behalf of Quarantine Kids Storytime, we would just like to say a huge thank you to the Rumer Godden Literary Trust and Jane Murray Flutter, Rumer Godden's daughter, for granting us permission to read The Doll's House. If you'd like to know more information about Rumer Godden's works, you can visit the Literary Trust's website, www.rumergodden.com. I will also put this link down in the description box for you. Thank you once again for tuning in, so sit back, relax, and enjoy the adventures that Totty and her friends have. Enjoy. Chapter 19. Now the Plantagenets of the Doll's House were only allowed to use the attic and kitchen. Marchpane lay in their big bed, bathed in their bath, sat on their chairs, ate and drank out of their flowered china, looked out of their window. She sat by the lamp and saw the shadow of the roses. She had Birdie's birdcage and her feather broom. If Birdie's hat had fitted on her head, you can be sure Emily would have given it to her. And Apple? Apple was still Apple in the house. He would not stay in the kitchen, not because, like Birdie, he could not remember, but because he did not want to stay in the kitchen. "You are naughty, Apple," said Totty. "I want to be naughty," said Apple. He was not afraid of Marchpane. He did not dislike her. He was not afraid of anybody, and he liked everybody, as everybody liked him. "Sing me a song," he said to Marchpane, as he would have said to Birdie and Totty. "I don't know any songs," said Marchpane. And Apple laughed in high delight because he thought Marchpane was teasing. "Go on, sing it," said Apple. But Marchpane really did not know any songs. She had lived for all those years in nurseries, and she did not know any songs. This was because her head was so filled up with thoughts of herself that there was no room for the smallest song to enter. But she was very clever. She knew that the Plantagenets did not like Apple to be with her, and so she said, "You sing to me." This was clever, because most people, however small, like to sing their own songs best, and Apple began to sing to Marchpane. Every day he sang her a song, and she pretended to love it. Soon he had a habit of going into Marchpane. "Apple, don't do that," said Totty. "Will," said Apple. "Don't," said Totty. "Don't," said Mr. Plantagenet. "Don't, said Birdie. "Do," said Marchpane. "Do." Apple liked people who said do better than people who said don't, and he continued to go into Marchpane. "She will get him into mischief," said Totty. "I am very uneasy about him," said Mr. Plantagenet, but they were far too proud to go in after Apple and show Marchpane they cared. Birdie was not too proud. She went straight in and brought Apple back. That surprised them. "There were no two thoughts about it," said Birdie, and she looked surprised herself. "Sometimes there are not," she said. "Sometimes there is only one thought, and then I know what to do. Sometimes, but not very often." "And why don't you let him play with me?" asked Marchpane. Birdie could not answer. As soon as Marchpane spoke to her, she became confused, and thoughts of heaviness and lightness and yellow hair that was not real and was real, and eyes that were painted and eyes that opened and shut, and wedding clothes and cracker feathers and the fairy off the Christmas tree. She could not speak to Marchpane, but Totty answered her. "Because we do not choose," said Totty. "You do not choose?" "You let him do dangerous things," said Birdie suddenly. "Do I?" asked Marchpane, and smiled. Yes, I do, she said, if I want. You had better not, said Totty. He is our little boy. Is he? Fancy that, said Marchpane. She glared at Totty. Wait and see. Wait and see, you little splinter. Suddenly, just after that, Emily said to Charlotte, I know! Apple shall be her little boy. Whose little boy? Marchpane's. Marchpane's? Yes, Marchpane's. But he isn't Marchpane's little boy. He is a Plantagenet. You can't change him now. Why can't I? You can't. I won't have it, said Charlotte. Charlotte, who is the eldest? You can't be the eldest all the time, cried poor Charlotte. In the doll's house there was silence. Marchpane, Birdie, Mr. Plantagenet, Totty, and Dana had all heard. Apple was not listening. He had made a white gumboot out of the little bedroom jug and was trying it on his foot over his red shoe, and now he could not get it off. Dana was the first to break the silence. Prick, said Dana. Frick, rick, frick. Did you hear? Asked Mr. Plantagenet then, in a long, long whisper. Totty, did you hear? Did I hear? Or did you? Did I? Did you? Did I? Said Birdie, rattling terribly. Totty did not answer. She was wishing desperately, her wood as hard as if it were full of knots and grains. Oh, Emily, 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 I wish, wished Totty. Oh, Emily, Emily. But Marchpane only smiled her heavy china smile. What a nasty piece of work that Marchpane is turning out to be, eh? Tune in tomorrow for the next inciting instalment of The Doll's House by Rumer Godden. My name's been Sascha Cooper. Take care, everybody, and stay safe. Bye-bye.